Hello, guys. You're welcome to the Delaroy Studios. We'll be talking about GitHub. Now, in my previous tutorial about Git, I explained on how to configure and use the GitHub desktop application. This time around, we'll be talking about how to use the Git command prompt, which is the git.bash. We're going to use the git.bash to upload our source files to our github.com account. So I will be going through the step-by-step process of how to actually finish up by uploading your source file or uploading any kind of files you have to your github.com. First of all, before I proceed, I'm using a Windows machine, which is quite applicable, Windows 7 to be precise, which is quite applicable to the Windows 8 and Windows 10 operating system. If you're using Mac, you can as well follow along with the tutorial because it's just slight changes in configuration, but it's still the same Git process. We're going to have the same Git command we're going to be using here. So for you to actually have Git running on your machine, you first of all need to install Git as a whole. So you move down to this, let's go to our browser, which is over here. Okay. You move down to this URL called confluence.atlassian.com. It's bracket setup git blah blah blah. Or you can also just Google search git download, just to have your download running. So on this particular page where I got some documentation about Git, I have the install Git for Windows and also for Mac and for Linux. But I'll be going through Windows. You click on the first step is click on the download the Git for Windows installer package. Once you click on this, it's going to take you to the process of downloading Git. Afterwards, after you might have finished downloading, you move down to the wizard by finishing up the installation, step-by-step process. Okay? If you've done that, you will have this icon right on your screen over here, which is the Git software, the application software. Okay, we're moving back. Now you have to go to your bash, the Git bash. Where can you get the Git bash? You can just move down to your start menu or programs, find Git installation anywhere. Can you notice the Git bash, the Git CMD, or the Git GUI? You click on the Git bash. So a command prompt is going to come over, which is actually going to allow you to use some code here or some commands here. Okay. After you might have launched the command prompt, which is the Git bash, there are two configurations you need to do before moving ahead. First of all, you need to set up your username by running this command, git config -global user.name double quotes. Your username will go in here and you close the quote. You have to run that on the Git bash. I've done that already, so I don't have to repeat this process. After you might have done the username, you need to configure your email address using the following command as well. You run this command, git config -global user.email, and you put in your email address. These two commands are very important in the first setup of Git. I've done that already, but that is not the major focus for today. We actually want to know how to upload our source files from our local directory to the GitHub cloud service, which is the github.com. Okay, after you might have done that successfully, you need to create a new repository, which is very, very important. That means you need to have a GitHub account. If you don't have that, just try to create one from github.com. Create a new account with GitHub, like sign up with GitHub, and you have this kind of dashboard interface when you log into your account. And if it doesn't have the same interface, definitely the top bar should look alike, where you have the notification, the create new, and also the view profile and more. Here you have your repositories listed out. All right. Now, on this plus sign, just click on it. You need to create a new repository. You click on new repository. All right. You have your owner name and the repository name. Okay. On this repository, you have to give your source files, that's the files that will be sitting on the cloud, a particular name, which is called a repository name. So I'm going to give it pets analytics. All right, that's fine. Or so that it won't just be the same with the local directory I'm trying to push over. Okay, let me just give let me call it animals analytics, because I have a source file called pet analytics. There's a source file I'm trying to push over to my github.com. Over here, it's an Android source file. Okay, so I just don't want the name to be the same with the repository on GitHub. All right, after I might have done that, I need to click on create repository. Okay, that's fine. Now, you will still need this URL later on in the course of the application, but you can just copy it down to your clipboard so you have it handy when you need to call it. So I click on this particular HTTPS URL, copy. All right, I move back to my GitHub git.bash command prompt, which I opened earlier. Okay, you can find this bash in your installation folder of Git after you might have downloaded and run the wizard. You get this bash command prompt. All right, so we'll start writing up some commands. First of all, I need to move to the directory of my local source file, which is sitting right on my desktop. All right, so how will I get there? Notice this top bar. This top bar is actually telling you where you are at the present. You are in the C drive, the users, the username. So what next follows is the desktop or some other directory you need to move to. Probably you're moving back to the C drive. You have to click on C dot dot. With enter, it's going to take you back to the C drive. But now it has moved ahead, which is what I really wanted. 2 steps ahead from the users, the name of the user, and from there I moved to where? The desktop. So I call cd desktop. Change. All right, I'm right inside the desktop, but yet I'm not in my source files. So I need to move down to the directory of the source file with a cd pets analytics. All right. Okay. All right. I had to like take away the space from the pets analytics. So it's going to be one word. Let me change my directory to this pets analytics. That's fine. All right. Let it be one word, no space. Okay. I'm right inside the pets analytics folder. Okay. So what will I do? I need to run a command called git init. Okay. It has been initialized to master. Let me expand this to master. Can you notice that? Okay. After that, I need to run another command called git add. Okay. All right. Said nothing added. I need to run this full command. Okay. It should be git add dot. All right. You can rewind this over and over just to get the steps. Once you have the step, that's all. Run this. Fine. I've added that to the master. Okay. I will need to run one more command called git commit hyphen m with a quote first a following commit. Close my hyphen. Let me expand this so you can get it. Okay. Wow. It's just coming further. Let me just close it up. All right. But you can see that. You click enter. What happens? That's actually committed the source files, but you're yet to finish up. Now you get to copy the URL, which I've done. The online repository you created, which is github.com/ your username, the name of the repository .git, which I actually click on the copied. All right, I've copied that again. So I minimize this and move back. So I need to run another command called git remote add origin space. Now I need to paste in the URL. You get that? Fine. Click on what? Your enter. That's fine. Now you need to just verify if the new remote URL is right, called animals analytics. So for you to verify that, you run this command git remote -v. All right, you click on your enter key. Do you notice that the origin now is animals analytics.git? That's the fetch, and now you're going to push the source files into animals analytics.git. All right, stay calm. One more command for you, but I want you to notice this error so that we can be able to rectify it and later push on. Let me push git push origin master. Okay, click on your enter key. All right, fine. It's asking us for our username. That is the username you use in creating github.com. Don't forget. So I have to put in my own username. You have to put in yours. Click on enter. Now the open SSH prompt is going to ask you for a password, which is a secret password. Don't share that with anybody. My own is going to be encrypted. You can't see it. Click on OK. All right. Do you notice that that's by writing and compressing some objects and also writing some objects down? So you have to exercise little patience for it to be finished. Fine, smoothly, it has been uploaded to your github.com. We'll get to verify that in few seconds. You know, it has been uploaded successfully to github.com. From this, you might have seen. I was thinking it might bring up a ref spec master error, which sometimes it does, but you need to just run this command, touch readme. Afterwards, because you need to add a readme file to your source file. Afterwards, you run the git, add readme, and you commit with a reinitialize files specifying that. After you might have committed, you now push to master. You know, that is if you have the notice of ref spec master does not match. But if not, this is just the fine step of doing this. Now let's go to our github.com. Our source file should be there. Okay. Now I need to go back to my username. It's sort of like refreshing. I need to get all repositories. Okay. To make this fast, let me click on repositories. Can you notice it? Animals, analytics, but let's see the source files there. Wow. Do you get this? That's the source file for this particular source code. So that's just smooth, easy. No, you can use the command prompt to get your source files to GitHub. You can also use the desktop application, which I explained in one of my tutorials. And a lot of people actually follow that to also push source files, push files to your github.com. You know, thank you very, very much for hanging out with me throughout this session. I hope you've gotten one or two things very useful for you using GitHub, you know, which is like the home for all source files. Have a wonderful time, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye for now.